Hey guys, it's Carly, and for today's video, I'm going to be doing my top 10 palettes. So in my room, on my beauty desk, made by Allegory Palette Organizer. I will be doing a makeup collection soon, so you guys will be able to see this. And I have these 10 palettes in my organizer, and that's because they're my favorites. And I have a lot of other palettes. These are just my favorites, and I really wanted to share them with you guys. We have 7 eyeshadow palettes and 3 face palettes. So this is going to be a kind of a long video. So without further ado, let's get started. First, we're going to start with face palettes. I have 3 and they're all from Anastasia. I know, expensive. And they all retail for $40. I got this one at Marshall's though for $24.99. So go check your local Marshalls. What I have is the Sugar Glow Kit. This is perfect for my skin tone. All of them work and they're so pigmented. This shade right here, Marshmallow. Like, that's blinding. Oh, Sophie's watching. That is one of the most blinding highlights ever. And this is like the perfect glow kit. And then we have my baby, the Sun Dipped. These 2 shades are too dark, so I use them as eyeshadow, so I love them. And these 2 shades together are perfect. Like, perfect. I'm being so extra. So I really like these 2 and I mix them and it's like a blinding highlight. And the Ultimate Glow Kit, this one's really good. I like the shade Amber Gold and Snow. I'm trying to go a little bit fast, so if I'm going too fast, I can do a detailed review on each palette if you guys would like me to. But these all retail for $70, and if you are gonna get one, if you are my skin tone, I'd recommend the Sugar one. If you are my skin tone or even a little bit darker, I recommend the Sun Dipped. For my skin tone or darker or even lighter, maybe, like this works for all skin tones, the Ultimate Glow. Just try to stick, if you're a lighter tone, on these ones and darker on these ones and right in the middle. Most of them except for this one might work. So yeah, and this one isn't sold like at any store anymore, but these 2 are. This one here was don't make it anymore. So go check your local Marshalls. I also want to get the Chrissy T, not the Chrissy T, that's from Becca. I want to get the Nicole Guerrero one because that one looks so pretty. Even though Forever Lit looks a little bit stark. But I also want the Aurora and the Moonchild, so I just love Anastasia palettes. They are just so pigmented and so pretty. We're going to move on to eyeshadow palettes. First, also Anastasia. These are kind of based on what kind of colors you like. So if you like reds, Modern Renaissance, I recommend that you get a more neutral palette first, like one of the other ones. But if you have been doing makeup for a little while and you really want this palette, this is such a pretty palette. There's also a mirror. But these are more berry tones, so we have Love Letter, Veterinarian Red, Red Orchid, and those are kind of your berrier tones. Then you have some browns like Antique Brown and Cypress Umber, and then you have your shimmers, Primavera and Vermeer, and then you just have your orange tones. You have a lot of different tones in this palette. This palette does retail for $50, but I think it's so worth the splurge for $50 to buy this palette because you're getting, not only are you getting really good quality eyeshadows, but you're also getting a little fluffy, really good quality brush, and you're getting like a lot of shadows. And the only downside of this here that I hate about this palette is a freaking velvet packaging. It gets so dirty. Like, I've only had this since November, and there's no way to clean it. But not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 palettes in this video. First, if you guys like shimmers and if you really like popping shimmers, I recommend the Too Faced Chocolate Gold. Now, okay, I wasn't closing. If you only like matte shadows, yeah, it's a no-go. This definitely has very little mattes in it, but it's such a pretty palette. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes. You get Roland and Dough, So Bougie, Decadent, and Cocoa Truffle. I have memorized those names. And then you get a lot of different shimmers. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. You get 12 shimmers. My favorite shades are Love and Cocoa and Classy and Sassy. They're almost like the same color. They're like some rose golds. And they're very pigmented. That's Love and Cocoa. That's Classy and Sassy. And this palette here just launched, and I got it for Christmas, and I've been loving it since Christmas. Next, I recommend getting this palette before that palette, but it's fine. This is just the normal Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and this here has a lot of matte browns and some pops of color. My favorite shades are Salted Caramel, Marzipan, Creme Brulee, and Champagne Truffle. They're just, this is the original chocolate bar. Look at how pigmented those are. Tones chocolate bar, pink tone chocolate bonbon, pastel tones the white chocolate bar, and then the semi-sweet if you like colors more, because there's like a blue in there. But this here is mainly brown. There's like one purple, one or two purples, and there's like a dark red, but I really like this. Now, obviously, I had to throw this palette in here because this palette is a cult classic from my channel. I love this palette. I've never really used it on my channel, but I used it a lot. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Now, even if you don't like peach tones, there's some nice browns in here. There's obviously a lot of peaches because, I mean, it's a peach palette. If you want browns, this one. If you want peaches, this one. But peaches look good on any skin tone, any color eyes. And if you really like peaches, but you also like neutrals, there's two brown shades down here, Puree and Summer Yum. This shade Luscious gives me life every single time I look at it. It's just so pigmented. And Candied Peach is really pretty, and so is Just Peachy, and so is Bellini. That's what they look like. And they're more of the peachy colors in the palette, but this palette is definitely really, really good if you like peach tones. If you want more colorful tones, I definitely would recommend the Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. This has some oranges, so if you have blue eyes, like me, oranges really pop on your eyes. I was looking at something, I forgot who I was watching, but they were like, use the color wheel to find out like what colors pop on your eyes. And I was like, okay, so I looked it up and I was like, ew, orange, that's not gonna look good. But one day I put orange on my eyes. I put like this shade, I put the oranges on my eyes, and I swear to God, I FaceTimed my friend Molly, and this exact lighting in my eyes looked as blue as the sky. Like, I was shook. Like, they looked like this blue. And like they even do today because they have like some sort of orangey on. But literally, this shade, Peanut Brittle, makes my eyes pop. That's peanut brittle. This is 30. Okay, wait. I'm gonna tell you that's these are $49, so expensive. This one is $36, and it's a 9-pan. And these here do as highlighters, like this one here. I'll use like as a nice little. Oh, now there's one in my nose. But you can pop this right in your inner corner on your brow bone. Use it as a little highlighter. And then last but not least, this is probably my least favorite one, but it's still really, really good, and I really, really like it. It is the Too Faced White Chocolate Chip Palette. I also recommend the Matte Chocolate Chip Palette, but I don't have that one. If you can find this, definitely get it. They're a little bit powdery. I will say that. And people say they're not pigmented, but they are. I really, really like look at that. If that's not pigmented, then what's pigmented? You get a nice matte white in this palette, and I really, really appreciate it because it kind of you can like set your makeup with it. And yeah, I really like the shade Indulge. It's probably my favorite shade, and this is just a cute little palette. These retail for that much. I'll put them on the screen, but these aren't that much, and if you can find it and get your hands on it, really would, because the mirror in here is also like huge. The last palette is from Urban Decay. I recommend the Naked 3 palette. If you like rose tones, Naked 3. If you like warm tones, I think there's like a thing I saw. So warm tones is one palette and cool tones is the other palette. But go to Ulta or Sephora, look at all the Naked palettes, and people are like, oh my God, they're so expensive. But they're really worth the splurge. Like this shade right here, Trick. It's so pretty. I have so many swatches on my arm. Oh my God. That's just a little swatch of it. And you get a brush, so you're really getting a bang for your buck. And yeah. So if you are going to get any of these palettes, I definitely would probably recommend either the chocolate bar or the Naked 3 or any of them really. But for a beginner palette, definitely the chocolate bar. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of random, but those are my top 10 favorite palettes and palettes I would recommend to you guys. If you guys do buy any of these palettes, comment down below what palette you buy. And if you want to see a look on any of these palettes, I can so do one of them because I swear to God, I use these palettes so much. And if you guys want to see a video on each different subject of makeup, like foundations, concealers, primers, powders, bronzers, anything, let me know and I can do like a top 5 foundations, concealers, powders, this, that. Let me know and I can do that. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what you guys want to see next time. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you guys will be updated. So you guys will be notified every single time I upload. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.